Big breaking news coming in. The Narendra Modi government has decided to pause the weekly TRP rankings for news channels. For the next 4 weeks, the ratings that decide who the number one on television is will not be published. Why? Because the government says television coverage of the Iran-US-Israel conflict has become too sensational. Yes, you heard that right. Indian television and sensational. Well, that's not breaking news.
खामनेई के खात्मे की इनसाइड स्टोरी। इसलिए मुस्कुराइए क्योंकि आप हिंदुस्तान में हैं, नहीं तो दुनिया के कुछ देश ऐसे भी हैं जहां बम, बारूद और धुआं ही धुआं है।
The government says this coverage could create panic among people, which is interesting because panic, drama and shouting have been the business model of television news for many years now. And the government had no problem with that during Operation Sindoor coverage, when studios looked less like newsrooms and more like war command centers.
इन पाकिस्तानियों को भारत घुसकर मारेगा।
So why is sensationalism suddenly a problem now? And what exactly are TRPs? And most importantly, how much money is involved? Let me explain. TV news is like a performance most times. And wartime means bigger performances. Flashing missiles, animated explosions, and sirens that sound like the world is coming to an end. And this is not just Hindi or English TV news. Regional channels are equally, let's say, enthusiastic. Look at this Telugu channel. The screen shouts Iran nuclear attack. If you watch this broadcast on mute, you might think the US is already under bombardment. And here's a Malayalam channel turning geopolitics into a countdown show. Add the background music and it sounds like the trailer of an action movie. And along with the drama comes the other reliable companion of television news: misinformation. One viral video shown as Iranian strike on Dubai turned out to be completely fake. But it still found its way onto major channels in India, including Aaj Tak and India Today. Because when the graphics are loud enough, fact-checking often becomes optional. We saw the same pattern playing out during the Pahalgam attack as well. Misinformation.
Cowardly Pakistan that's targeting civilians, also hitting the Sikh Gurdwara.
Incitement of people.
अरे कल रात को तुम्हारा पाकिस्तान चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ कराची में घूम रहा था रात को.
So the next time you see a war graphic exploding on your television screen, remember what actually might be going on. A race for TRPs, a race for advertisers. Here at Let Me Explain, we try to do things a little differently. No dramatic countdowns and definitely no missile sound effects. If you value that, support the News Minute. Because we don't depend on TRPs or rating meters. We depend on people like you who believe in independent, accurate journalism. So if you've seen the show before, you know the drill. Scan the QR code on your screen and choose any amount of your choice and support the show Let Me Explain. Now back to the story. The government says it's worried about sensationalism. Maybe they also received a few diplomatic phone calls asking why do Indian news channels sound like war sirens. But here's the real twist. Suspending the publication of ratings does not mean ratings have stopped existing. I spoke to representatives from at least 4 TV channels and all of them confirmed the same thing. Advertisers are still buying slots using last month's ratings. So the business of television news continues exactly as before. But to understand why ratings matter so much, we need to follow the money. In India, the television sector, including news and entertainment, was valued around 79,000 crore rupees. TRP ratings act as the primary currency used by advertisers to decide which channels and programs to advertise on. Prime time for TV news runs between 8 to 10 p.m. During this slot, leading English channels typically charge between 7 to 8,000 rupees for a 10-second ad. The 9 to 10 p.m. slot, which is considered the peak debate hour, can cost between 22 to 25,000 rupees for a 10-second spot. And here's the surprising part. The entire weekly audience for English TV news is only 15 to 18 lakh viewers. Yes, all that shouting, all those graphics for roughly the population of a mid-sized Indian town. For the last 1 year, Times Now News 18, NDTV and Republic TV have been vying for the top 4 spots. The channel, which is currently number 1, has around 39% of the total market. Which means the biggest English news channel in the country reaches around 5 to 6 lakh viewers a week. In Hindi, primetime slots are costlier. A 10-second ad typically costs between 18,000 to 25,000 rupees. The Hindi TV news market is also larger than the English news segment. In a typical week, around 89.8 lakh viewers watch around 14 to 16 major Hindi channels. Again here, News 18 India, Aaj Tak and India TV compete for the top 3 spots. The top channel in Hindi garners around 14% of the total viewership. And the second and third are a close 11 and 10%. So a 14% share translates to around 12.6 lakh viewers for the leading channel. So when the volume rises on television debates, remember something. The shouting is not about the nation. It is about a few more lakh viewers.
Why can't you stand up for 52 seconds? Why can't you stand up for 52 seconds?
Now let's look at what TRP means. TRP stands for Target Rating Point or Television Rating Point. It's a system used to estimate how many people are watching at a given time. The method was first introduced in the United States in 1975. In India, TRP measurements started in 1999. In 2010, the BARC was created, which introduced a new audience measurement system in 2015. So it's no magic. Special devices called barometers are installed in select homes and connected to the television sets. Each person in the household will have a separate ID, so the system records who is watching what. These meters are installed in about 45,000 homes across India. And India, by the way, has over 200 million television households. So yes, the viewing habits of 45,000 homes are used to estimate what hundreds of millions of Indians are watching every single day. It's a bit like trying to understand Indian politics by surveying just one apartment complex. BARC divides Indian television households into 12 categories based on 2 main factors. The first is the education level of the household's chief earner. The second, the consumer durable goods the family owns. Things like fridge, washing machine and cars. But if these sample households are not updated regularly, the classification becomes outdated very quickly. And many communities, particularly remote rural populations and marginalized groups, often end up being underrepresented or simply left out, which tells you something about how this system really works. The ratings are designed to help advertisers decide where to spend their money and not necessarily to understand what all of India is really watching. And the result? Television news increasingly speaks to the urban middle-class viewer with a fridge and a car, because that is the audience advertisers are most interested in. And of course, this is India, which means even the system designed to measure television watching has its own scandals. In 2016, investigators found that some households with rating meters had allegedly been bribed to keep certain channels running on their TVs. In May 2017, NDTV opted out of BARC's rating systems for its English news channel. The network argued that the TRP race was pushing TV news towards sensationalism. For several years, it chose not to participate in the ratings competition at all. But the issue exploded again in 2020, when Mumbai police launched a major investigation. Police said some channels were paying households to keep their television tuned to specific channels for long periods of time, even if nobody was actually watching. Which is an interesting business model. Your most loyal viewer is an empty room. Investigators said some households were allegedly being paid 400 to 500 rupees a month. Of course, after several months of investigation, the ED finally said that it could not be established that these particular channels that were initially charged were paying these amounts directly to the households. So those channels were finally let off. But the allegation stays. It also exposed what many of us suspected, the vulnerable rating systems that advertisers and TV channels were completely leveraging. Another practice that came under scrutiny was something called the landing page. On some cable networks, when you switch on the television, a particular news channel appears automatically. For a few seconds, you cannot even change the channel. That brief moment is enough for the system to register a view. So congratulations, you just helped improve someone's TRP, and all this without even choosing that channel. The TRP case itself became highly politicized, but it also exposed a deeper structural problem. What matters most is not necessarily what India is watching, it is what these sample households are watching. And if someone manages to influence these households, they can influence the ratings easily. This isn't just a theoretical concern, even TRAI flagged these vulnerabilities in 2018. And finally, TRP measures popularity, not quality, which is why programs built on outrage, drama, and spectacle often do well in ratings. And that brings us to the real driver behind all that noise: advertising money. Advertisers want maximum visibility, so they buy ad slots on programs with high TRP ratings, which mostly means the loudest programs.
ड्रग दो, ड्रग दो, ड्रग दो, ड्रग दो, ड्रग दो, मुझे ड्रग दो.
So as viewers, your great contribution to the nation can be if you switch on a news channel and watch a really loud, outrageous, hateful communal program. Then